Hello friends, welcome to PLC Programming Tutorial, and in this lesson we are going to learn the latching of the output, that is Y0. And if you don't know what is latching, then I recommend you to watch my previous video, that is lesson number 2. The link is also in the description, so you can go and check it out. So let's begin. So the first question we have is that code a ladder logic that when x0 is pressed, y0 should be latched, and when x1 is pressed, y0 should be unlatched. So as you can see in this figure, we have two push buttons, two input contacts, and one indicator and one output coil. So we have to latch this output coil. So how we will do? Let's begin. First we have to add two push buttons. So simply I go to electrical control JIC standards, and here we have push buttons. So I select it and drag and drop over here. So we need two push buttons. So the second one is right over here. Okay, so I connect the other end with the input 1. Okay, so we have added two push buttons. Now we have to add two contacts, normally open contacts. So I go to ladder for AB PLC and drag and drop two normally open contacts, and we have to join it parallelly because we are performing latching. So for that we have to connect the two contacts in parallel, and we have also need a normally closed contact over here. I connect this with the first end, and I have also to add a output energizer coil and connect the other end with the one end of the coil. So this contact is in the false condition because it is not passing a signal. When I press the push button, then it will pass a signal. So now in this position the NO contact is in the false condition, whereas the NC contact, that is normally closed contact, is in the true condition because it is passing signal, that is it is in the true condition. So when I press the second push button, it will automatically open the contacts and it will become NO contact. So the NO contact is false in its normal condition, whereas the NC contact is in the true condition in its normal condition. So let's associate the contacts with the input and coils with the output. So I double click on this contact, and here I type I, and here we get input 0. I associate it, and this contact with the input 1 like this. Okay, so we have to associate this output coil with the output 0. Okay, so now we have to latch the output coil. So for that we have to connect this NO contact with the output coil. So for that I double click on it and simply select the OC output 0 and associate with it, because we have to latch the output, and for that we have to connect it with the NO contact, which is connected parallel with the first NO contact. And finally we have done. So let's simulate it. Okay, so when I press the first push button, the output goes latched, and when I release it, the output goes latched, and it doesn't affect when I press the first push button again, so it doesn't affect on it because the output goes latched with the NO contact. And now we have to unlatch this contact, and for that simply press the second push button and the output goes unlatched. So we have done our first question successfully. So as you can see, the X0 contact is in its false condition, and here also the NO contact is in the false condition, whereas the X1 is also in the false condition. And here you can see, and I have already explained that in its normal condition it is in the true condition, but here we have the false condition. As you can see, this green color highlighting, so now it is in the false condition, and already the Y0 is also in the false condition. As you can see, the output coil is not green. So what happens? Push button is pressed, the first NO contact is true, whereas the second NC contact is in the false condition. This is in the false condition, and whereas the output is in the true condition. So these conditions are also successfully obtained. And the third condition we have is that when X0 is false, the X1 is also false, but Y0 is in the true condition. So we have also obtained this, that when I release the push button, the X0 is in the false condition, the Y0 is in the true condition, but this X1 is also in the false condition, and we have successfully obtained this condition also. And finally, we have that when X1 becomes true, both the output and the X0 contact are in the false condition, and we have successfully obtained. As you can see, when I press the second push button, the second NC contact is in the true condition. As you can see here, X1 is in the true condition, whereas the X0 and Y0 are in the false condition. And here also we have the false condition over here, and in the output we have also the false condition. So we have successfully done our first question. So in the next video we are going to learn more about the latching, and we will solve more questions. So see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.